Charlotte is the home of the Bobcats. We're broadcasting from the Time Warner Cable Arena. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball alongside Steve Kerr and Dwight Howard. This is Kevin Harlan. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineup. Again, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Campbell Walker?
And when it comes to his defense, he's fun to watch. He's great at sensing a ball handler's next move and then making his own move to counter it.
And you know what else, Steve? Watching him run the pick and roll is like watching poetry in motion. I mean, this guy has that basic play down pat. He's unstoppable when he runs it.
And back in Charlotte, following the road trip, it's the Bobcats on home turf, winning their last 3 games. They'd like to make that 4 in a row here tonight.
Well, I don't know if these fans could be any more behind this team right now. The winning streak has captured this community's imagination. The level of enthusiasm, absolutely off the charts.
Yeah, it's definitely a great atmosphere to be part of. The fans have had a lot to cheer for lately, and it's like they get more and more excited with each win.
Now, here's Walker. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. Shoot one more at the free throw line.
Well, sometimes when you're at a height disadvantage, that's the way to attack. Go right at your defender.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, you know, this last offseason, the Bobcats announced their intention to change the team name to the Hornets, reclaiming the name of the original Charlotte franchise that left for New Orleans in 2002.
On defense, the Lakers. It's a 3-point game. We want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
You know, their percentage from long range that game is off the chart. It seemed like every time the home crowd got going, they just took the wind out of their sails with another 3-point barrage.
Yeah, those bombs were really falling.
And just like New Orleans chose a name, the Pelicans, that has local significance, the Hornets, a historical reference to Charlotte's rebellious fighting spirit during the American Revolution. Steve, you were just telling me about this. Fascinates you.
It does. I'm an American history buff, Kevin, and I'm also an NBA history buff. And you think back to the Hornets in Charlotte originally, they sold out for 9 straight seasons. So the Hornets nickname absolutely belongs in Charlotte.
Here's Taylor, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to speak with the head coach of the Charlotte Bobcats. I asked him what he'd most like to see from his team today, and he told me we'd really like to keep Gasol under wraps for this one. He went on to explain that Gasol can take over games with his efficiency on the offensive end, and the key to their win will be getting a hand in his face every time. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. And Kid Gilchrist drops them both.
You know, last season, a lot of folks had the Lakers picked as the super team in the West, the team that would maybe challenge Miami and LeBron, but from the start, it just never was a cohesive group and really had one of the most disappointing seasons in the Lakers' history.
Clark, as you said, the Lakers had a lot of lofty expectations put on them, but you never know what's going to happen when a team is put together. And Steve, they just couldn't reach that bar that was set so high for them.
The expectations were so high, Kevin, but injury issues cost them all season long. Nash, Howard, Powell, and of course Kobe with the Achilles at the end of the year. And that unit only started 7 games all season together, so they never really were able to develop any chemistry.
Lakers ended up 17-13 against Eastern Conference teams last year, but that wasn't really a dominating effort. Certainly not what you would expect from a playoff team.
Now, here's Walker. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Gasol with the steal.
They trapped him on the perimeter. He got shaky, and just like that, they were going the other way. No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
Man, he is an absolute force when he gets near the hoop.
Well, and to make the playoffs in the West, you do need to have a record similar to that of the Lakers against the East. You know, Steve, no team that made the postseason in the West had a record below 500. So the Lakers took care of what they needed to.
Well, you know what's odd, Kevin, is that in the shortened season before, when the Lakers were the cream of the Pacific Division and everything was going well, they only went 500 against the team. So, if they want to bounce back this season, they'll need to not give away games and make sure they keep their out-of-conference record better than 500.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Gordon kicks to Kid Gilchrist. And goaltending is going to be the call. Will they get the basket there anyway?
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
From deep. And the Lakers get it back. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Look at the Lakers. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And checking out Oklahoma City, 5 games behind.
See where the Lakers are. The way they started the season, they have you thinking they were one of the favorites coming in instead of the exact opposite.
Yeah, Clark, I mean, there were a lot of teams getting a ton of attention in the preseason, and let's just say they were not one of them.
Here's Jefferson after the made shot from Moore. Jefferson kicks to Walker. Uses the glass to finish the way. Walker's got 5 points so far.
One thing Al Jefferson has worked on through his career is being able to pass better out of the post. And for a guy who draws as much attention as he does on the block, that's a nice asset to have.
Bobcats trail by 4. Walker dishes to Zeller. Back to Walker. Kicks it to Jefferson. Walker picks to shoot. And Charlotte again with the bucket. And Clark, you mentioned where Al Jefferson has improved. Borderline all-stars. You wonder if he is going to get to the next one.
Well, I think the big thing is he's got to improve defensively because his offense is really played at an all-star level. He's really tough to guard down there. But defensively, he's a little slow guarding pick and roll. But if he continues to work at it and improve a little bit, I think he can get into that all-star game. Wow, he's got such a sweet three-point stroke. The way he can shoot it, pushing opposing bigs out on the perimeter, can really open up the lane.
Here's Moore.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Mark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right. Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Now, here's Walker. He's got 7, and it's Gordon missing. Dishes it to Taylor. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Kobe's got 3 assists in the game.
You know, they've been doing an excellent job, Kevin, on the offensive boards here, keeping the ball alive and then converting those second chances when they get them.
Here's Walker, averaging 16 points a game. And it's the Lakers on the break. Kobe passes to Taylor. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Taylor's got 10 points in the game. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Now, Kevin, in the first half of play, they're really closing out aggressively, blocking shots, and a key indicator of their activity defensively.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And while we can, let's find out a little bit about the shooting guards around the league and which of them have had the most assists over the last 10 games. Second, Kobe Bryant.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. They can really all create their own shots, but they're superb setup men as well.
You know, I enjoy seeing that mindset of the shooting guard where basically he's saying, I'm going to attack at all times, but if it's not there for me, I can drop a dime on you just as easily.
Howard, good.
But his body control is what I noticed. I think that jumps off the page when you watch him play. Even with a defender draped all over, he's able to find a way to get to the rim and get the shot to go in.
And we can't forget to mention his rebounding now. When you watch him, just keep an eye on the way he battles in the paint when the shot goes up.
Lakers leading by 11. Bryant gets it to go. Kobe's got his first points of the night.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
And it's Gordon missing.
But you have to get a hand into his face because that's his range right there.
Slammed in by Taylor.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Now here's Walker. 7 points in the game. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Walker. Outside Gordon. Takes a three. Again, the miss by Gordon.
He may need some rest, guys. He looks tired because he hasn't made anything this quarter.
Here's Gasol. And another three for the Lakers.
They are making some noise from downtown, guys.
And they've got themselves a very nice lead to show for it.
And Walker kicks to Zeller. Back to Walker. Will it go? Cannot hit. Good D by Gasol.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit. Well, they played terrific basketball at both ends, and that's why this lead is totally out of control.
Really been an almost flawless game for him, Steve. No doubt about it.
Outside Walker. Outside Gordon. From the arc. Gordon with another minute. Now here's Moore. Pulls it up. Off the left rim and out. And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Lakers lead by 20. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Yeah, this team played an excellent first quarter offensively, moving the ball and getting a good flow to their offense. That's why you see those big assist totals.
Yeah, very timely passing for them, Steve, and that's why they've been able to jump out to this lead.
At the three, MKG and Cody Zeller at the four. Barry in the backcourt, it's Walker and Henderson, and it's Jefferson in at the five. That's the Bobcats' five. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Britt. Doris, over to you.
Gentlemen, thank you. This summer, the Charlotte Bobcats signed former four-time All-Star Mark Price as an assistant coach with a focus on improving the team's shooting. Michael Kid Gilchrist had actually made the suggestion for the team to hire a shooting coach. Guys, when they drafted MKG, they talked about a building block, someone who'd help create a culture of work. A great example there. He's focused on his weakness and being proactive to address it.
You said it, Doris. Thanks.
And for Dwight Howard last season, no doubt injuries held him back. But I've got to give him credit. I mean, he still led the league in rebounding with over 12 a game. Remarkable.
Walker goes in. Howard with the block. And here comes Moore, leading the fast break. Taylor's shot, good.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
And for Howard, averages of 17 and 12. Not bad at percentage.
Yeah, but we're used to seeing him get kind of, 23 and 14. So, Dwight has worked hard to try to get back to 100%. When he's right, he is the best center in the NBA, but when he's right is the key phrase.
Al Gasol is checked in for Meta World Peace.
Let's see where Charlotte sits right now in the league ranking. 4th in steals, 12th in blocks, and the shooting numbers a bit woeful. Just top 20 in the league in field goal percentage.
The key really to me out of all those numbers, Clark, is the steals, because that's become their identity offensively. They're a real ball-hawking team. They like to get out and put pressure on the offense, force mistakes, and when they do that, they're tough to stop in transition.
And it's Walker penetrating. Through on the 14-footer. Walker's got 9.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those. Bobcats, one of the worst teams in the league over the last couple of seasons, actually had the worst winning percentage ever back in 11-12. But they've made a commitment to rebuilding through the draft, and clearly when you do that, there's going to be some pain along the way.
Pass to Zeller. He dishes it to Kid Gilchrist. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Shot by Brown. Here's Taylor, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Taylor's got 4 points now in the quarter. For Charlotte, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for Buck. And it's Walker penetrating. And there's Al Jefferson on the assist by Walker. And back to the Bobcats. Steve, do you see a light at the end of the tunnel for him?
Well, I don't know. We'll see. They brought in a new coach in Steve Clifford, who's well regarded. They signed Al Jefferson. So I think they're going to be better. And I think they'll win more games. But they're still a ways away from being a playoff team. They've got to continue to build this roster, be patient, and try to put themselves in position to win. You know, I love his consistency offensively. And sometimes you just take guys like him for granted, assuming those great numbers are always going to be there. But he does it night in and night out, and it's just a huge asset for a team.
You would not categorize him as a streak shooter. Oh, no. He's dependable offensively. You need a bucket, he'll get it for you.
Moore with the bucket. Moore. Here's Walker. He's got 9. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. 6 points for Michael Kid Gilchrist.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Moore against Walker. He kicks it to Henderson. And Charlotte again with the bucket. LA's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Moore dishes to Brown. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And it's Walker penetrating. Good. Walker's got 4 points in the quarter.
Beautiful finger roll to cap head drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. 3-point play chance here. So we'll see Pau Gasol at the free throw line here. It's on Al Jefferson. The Lakers have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Kobe's checked in for Brown. Gasol, no good on the free throw.
Well, since the new CBA of the league has made the luxury tax much more punitive, but certainly the Lakers blessed with the financial wherewithal to be a tax-paying team. The problem is it can hurt your flexibility under the new rules just to make deals, and that's going to be the challenge for LA. He had a whole lot of space to get that shot up.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. It's stolen by Taylor. Moore passes to
How about that basketball, man?
Beautiful.
Wow.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
Guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
With this break in the action, here's a look at the teams that have blocked the most shots in the NBA this last month. The Lakers, number 1.
You know, shot blocking can sometimes be like a spark plug or an energy injection for the defense. Their home crowd really gets into it when they throw those shots out of there.
On defense, the Lakers. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Kid Gilchrist has got 4 points in the quarter.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that. You know, coming into the league, Michael Kid Gilchrist is a small forward who can give you a little bit of everything. And that's exactly what he did in his rookie season with the Bobcats.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Hey, gentlemen. Well, part of the Lakers' struggles last year was that they were constructed like an all-star team. Coach Mike D'Antoni said, quote, "Have you ever watched an all-star game? It's god-awful because everybody gets the ball, they go one-on-one, and then they play no defense. That's our team. That's us. Having a pecking order with all their big players players was something he wanted to instill on their Lakers roster. We'll see if they can do a better job of adhering to that this time around, guys.
Well, that's the rub, isn't it? That's the balancing act, isn't it, George? Share the ball, but get it into the hands of your scorers.
We knew what was going to happen with that one when he got his hands on it.
Yeah, if the ball comes to him off the offensive boards, it's going to go back down hard.
It's amazing how many points he salvages for his team.
And you think of the comparisons for Michael Kidd Gilchrist. He reminds a lot of people of Gerald Wallace. What
I
about
like
you?
that comparison, quite honestly. Wallace probably the best pop player in Bobcats franchise history, Kevin, and both terrific athletes with major motive. Guys that you didn't have to rev up, good defenders and rebounders. I think that's a realistic comparison. They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Tortoise-like. Wow, Clark. Yeah, they're putting it together, but still trailing. Their offense is finally getting some traction.
Sessions checked in for Gerald Henderson. The Bobcats shooting in this game 45%. And that's a foul called on the Beast. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's foul number 2 on him. They might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
The Bobcats making a switch here. Henderson's checked in. Sessions dishes to Kidd Gilchrist. And Zeller kicks to Sessions. 6 on the shot clock. A rebound by the Lakers. This is their first chance this season playing sharp.
They picked this team apart. A couple of times they squared off with them last year. On paper, they weren't evenly matched, and on the court, they weren't either.
46 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Kidd Gilchrist, no luck.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
That one goes. Count it. Steve talked about last year when they met and how the differences existed between the two, and maybe the same this year too, Clark.
Well, that's the way you would expect it to play out, Kevin, but this is a different season. It's early, and we still can't be really sure if the makeup of these teams is the same as last year, so I think we're going to see something a little different.
Kobe, that's good.
He had to wait for a while, all the way until now, but he finally got his first three-pointer of the game.
Poked away, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. 15 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Sessions kicks to Jefferson. Working on Howard. A jump hook. Jefferson's shot is off.
He's got a nice touch on that shot normally, but good defense there, clogging the lane.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Lakers on top, opening up a huge gap. Folks, stay tuned for the halftime show with Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
Now, presented by Sprint.